Hey, what's up, you guys? Hope y'all is having a beautiful day so far. So today, I wanted to talk about a really serious topic that I've been kind of struggling with, but I mean, I feel like I'm at a good place right now to kind of discuss it. Just wanted to talk about issues with addiction, substance abuse, addiction, and sobriety, and kind of talk about my journey with that. So the substances that I've kind of been having trouble, trying to stay off of, mainly weed, the za, and alcohol here and there. I'm not really a big drinker and all that, but uh, it's been a problem in my past couple of years, so I just wanted to go into depth about that. So mainly with smoking, I've been a big smoker ever since I would say like pre-COVID. I want to say about like 2017 or so is when I started, and up till this year, I've been smoking. Thankfully, I've been about 2 months sober now from smoking and drinking. I've just been off of it. But throughout the years, I've kind of been trying to get off of that and, trying to stay sober. It's been kind of a whole journey for me. Like when I first started to get sober, it was really hard, not gonna lie. Like if you guys know or have overcome addictions, you guys would know how hard it is to from being a heavy user to suddenly just quitting cold turkey, and it's just like a big change. And I tend to struggle with that a lot and relapsed multiple times. But yeah, I just wanted to get into it and just kind of start off by I was kind of at my lowest with myself, meaning like mentally and kind of physically. I've been kind of neglecting that, and with those substances, I would just be using those to kind of numb everything and kind of just run away from my problems instead of dealing with it head on and trying to fix things. Like in the past, I was young, I just thought like, oh yeah, smoking weed, like it's cool and all. Like at first it was cool, yeah, but then the more that I started to use it, I guess I was just using it for the wrong reasons, and eventually it got me to a point where when I was at my lowest, I just wanted to just stay faded just all day, wake and bake, smoke midday, never really trying to be sober and feel what I was feeling at the time. You feel me? And so, yeah, man, I would say at one point, man, there was just a point of time in my life where I just get wanted to be cross-faded, just smoke and drink, mainly in the nighttime because I'd be driving a lot during the day. So when I was trying to wind down at night, I'd be smoking and drinking, pick up a tall can from like 7-Eleven, like a liquor store or something, pick up a eighth or a couple more grams than that, and just settle down for the night and just uh just kind of just numb myself from everything, and then kind of just repeat that same process every day. I was on an everyday type shit with that. You feel me? And so, uh, and like eventually it got me to a point where it's like no matter how much I like smoke and drink, there's still like this feeling like deep inside that's kind of like this. Those substances they weren't hitting the same, and when I'd be sober, like just all those problems that I was trying to run away from were just like come flooding back inside, and it'd be a struggle for me to kind of deal with that because I never, I always smoked and drank as like a coping mechanism, and I never really learned that type of stuff. And so, throughout the years, it's been a struggle, and I just didn't want to be feeling like that anymore, dealing with that that feeling inside, even though like when I be smoking, like I still have that feeling like fuck, like is this really what I want to keep doing in my life? Like I got comfortable, I would say, with just working a job, coming home, smoking to relax and kind of unwind in that way, but eventually it got me to a point where it's like with smoking, like it made me, because I'd be smoking so much that it kind of made me feel anxious, and I'd just be like paranoid of everything to where smoking wasn't even like an enjoyable thing for me. And so with that being said, like I would kind of do my own research, like, oh, like why am I getting anxious while smoking? Like I thought that was a good thing, and eventually like majority of the forums that I'd be reading, they'd be saying that I was like overindulging too much, which was true. Like I would always be, I always wanted to be staying faded and overindulging more than I should have. Instead of just what's you call it, kind of just regulating the substance and like yeah, I gotta admit, like I really was overindulging and all of that, and I just got so used to it. I thought that'd be like a normal thing for me until like I realized, like deep inside, like I kind of want better for myself. I don't really see myself getting better if I'm always indulging in those substances. Which I'm not throwing no shade to people who smoke and drink. I'm just speaking on my experience with those substances. Like I don't got no problem if you guys smoke or drink, like you guys are on your own journey, but I'm just talking about what I was experiencing with that and my journey and everything, so no hard feelings to those people who do that, like you guys have your own journey to go on. No judgment. Someone just pulled up right here. I'm up at Angeles Crest, by the way. Just wanted to take a drive to kind of like clear my mind, kind of speak on things, and so okay. So with that being said, let me continue on. So yes, overindulging on the substances, like I just wanted better for myself. So there'd be times where I would try to just completely quit cold turkey, and that shit was the most difficult thing, trying to fight addiction. And when I just quit cold turkey, like because when I first started smoking, I would use it to kind of just help me sleep at night because I'd have trouble sleeping at night. So yeah, that'd be cool. I use that to kind of just put me to sleep, always getting like indica, you know, and just try to knock me out. And then over time, and just over time, it's just This is a little difficult topic to talk about. I never really talked about this other than with my girlfriend. So my bad if I keep like cutting up. It's kind of hard to like talk about. But yeah, like there's people over there, so I'm just trying to be quiet right now. Yeah, like on and off, I try to go sober and then kind of relapse, due to going through a lot of stress, whether that be work, relationships, like family, stuff like that. And yeah, that always be kind of like my fallback was like smoking and all that kind of help cope with the stress. But eventually I found out that, that's not like the right way to go about things, and just being on and off was just, it took a lot on my mental, like I had this mentality that, I was gonna quit, but then, something stressful would come up in my life, and, I next thing you know, I'd end up finding myself going back to the shop, picking up like a card or like an eighth, something like that, a little joint, and just you know just fall back into bad habits. I didn't really have anyone to talk about that with, and just kind of have guidance. I was kind of on this journey on my own. Yeah, just kind of on this journey on my own, and just had to learn things on my own. And I've been reading a lot of self-help books to kind of help me to kind of realize the bigger purpose in my life, and just uh you know there's a lot of people taking pictures right now, so let me just close my windows. And so yeah, just it is a struggle. The first couple times, when I quit, uh shit, man, like it was so hard to go to sleep. Like I'd be staying up till like 2, 3 in the morning, then I have to work the next day feeling all shitty, and I was feeling more irritable. I was so quick to like get mad at everyone because I haven't been getting my fix of smoking, and just my appetite wasn't all there. Sleep was shit. I'd always wake up in like the middle of the night, 4 or 5 in the morning, sometimes 3, and just wake up like drenched in sweat, and my body was just so used to getting high all the time. So when I would be sober, just having all these side effects, and I just be having those cravings so bad. Like it was to the point where like if I walked outside and I smelled like someone smoking, I just wanna just fucking like cave in, but like it was just so hard to resist not to smoke. And thank you to my girlfriend, she kind of helped me to become sober and not smoke. Like I'd always tell her, like if I wanted to smoke, she'd just be like, no, like you can't. You told me you don't want to smoke, so I'm gonna make sure you don't smoke. So shouts out to you, Rachel. You've been my rock throughout this entire journey, and just holding me down, and just but like all those times that I kept relapsing, I would say that Like the more and more times that I would try to quit, like it started to become a little easier since, as time went on, I started to realize what my triggers were, like why I wanted to smoke. And so once I started to realize that, um, I started to not get so bothered by it anymore. Like I realized what my triggers were. So I was like, you know what? Like, I'm better than that. Like, I'm not gonna start to succumb into those bad habits again. I really want to change my life for the better. Because when I was smoking, like, I always felt like I didn't want to do nothing. Didn't want to be productive. I didn't have motivation to do anything. Uh, I really had no drive for like to build my future. And like there'd be late nights where I just be thinking to myself like, damn, like, do you really want to keep continuing this, or do I want to like actually like try to achieve something outside other than smoking? Like, that's no problem. Like, I know I don't have I don't have problems with people smoking. Like, if you guys smoke and you're productive, like, I give you a round of applause for that. Cause like shit, when I be smoking, I be feeling lazy as fuck. I do not want to be getting shit done. But if you guys use that to like help you to lock in, then kudos to you guys. I don't got no problem with that. Just with me, that's how I would experience smoking, is just being unproductive, not motivated or creative, kind of like dulled me. And with smoking is just oh, excuse me. With smoking it just be like I didn't want to get shit done, feel me? And it's like fuck, like I'm trying to achieve some big things for myself, my life. I want to provide type shit like that, and just being sober. The longest I went sober was about, I want to say like 6 months, and that was last year, 2024. Like the middle of the year, like summertime, is when I was like sober, and then like as the holidays came, the stress of like shopping and like doing all these stuffs, like I kind of fell back into that and relapsed for the past couple months, even into 2025. I recently became sober. I think it's been about 2 months. I was sober. I started to get sober a little bit before Easter, and so it's May right now, almost the end of the month of May. So that would be about 2 months of sober. So I mean, I'm doing pretty good. Like life's been chill. I've been trying to stay more productive, and instead of smoking and doing all that, drinking, even drinking too. I've been sober from that. My last drink was shit, I think like the beginning of the year, but I just had one drink for like shits and giggles, you feel me? To celebrate with my girlfriend. It was like our anniversary recently in January, so I'm only gonna drink for like special occasions, not like everyday type thing. I'm a like one and done type drinker. I'm very lightweight when it comes to drinking. Like one tall can, like I'm fucking faded off of that. You feel me? So that's why I say I'm more of a smoker. And my bad if I'm getting off topic, you feel me? Like I got that one thing where I can like really stay focused. And so with being sober, I've been trying to work on focusing on one thing and trying to get that done. And ever since I've been sober, I've been trying to just be more consistent in uploading with YouTube, TikTok. I'm trying to blow up on there and try to make something of myself from there. And I got more plans that I don't want to discuss yet because I'm trying to manifest that first before like I could really like talk about it. And so yeah, I just wanted to kind of talk about my sobriety journey. It's been a hell of a journey, a couple of years now. Pre-COVID to current 2025 today, like I've learned so much about myself becoming sober, on the journey of becoming sober. And if you guys resonate with that, if you guys are struggling with addiction, substance abuse, any of that, like don't be afraid to comment down below. I read all the comments. I try to get to all the comments that I can. And, like if you guys need someone to be there for you, then I could be that person for you, like if you guys don't have no one, or if you guys need advice on staying strong and becoming sober, then I got y'all, no problem. You feel me? I know what you guys been. I know how it feels like to go through sobriety. I mean, becoming sober and overcoming addiction. So I feel like I can help out with that, and just yeah, just trying to overcome addiction. Like it's a tough thing, but if you guys is really like if you guys really want better for yourself, then you gotta fucking stay strong no matter what, no matter how hard you want that drink, that smoke, you just gotta try to resist that. Try to find something productive that you could do, or find a new hobby or something. Like for me, I've been trying to find new Hot Wheels instead. You know, Hot Wheels. I've been getting into reading. What else? Exercise. Exercise always helps too. Whenever I get that real strong craving, I feel like I just gotta like go running, walking, do some push-ups real quick. Get my mind off of that. There's something to like get your mind off of it. Like so you don't have to think about it. But like with that being said, I hope you guys find this video useful, and I hope that it helps you if you guys are going through that same journey. Like just comment down below, show some support to my channel. I'm really trying to make this like a big thing, and I just really want to see where this YouTube like social media thing like takes me. I'm tired of being in the same place. I just want different things from my life, my family, my girl, her family. And every day I just try to be like a little bit better than how I was yesterday. And so I'm just thankful to be where I'm at right now. And I just hope to see myself achieve bigger and better things on staying sober and not really depending on that. So thank you guys if you guys made it this far into the video. I know it's kind of long. I just wanted to kind of talk about that whole thing. So if you guys really like this video, find it helpful, just like, comment, subscribe, man, show some support. I got more stuff that I want to talk about. If you guys want to talk about that, just if you guys like what I'm talking about, just let me know. I'm more than welcome to share all of the journeys that I've been through in life and everything. And just thank you guys for even clicking on this video. That means just so much to me, that someone's out there listening to what I gotta say. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I wish you the best luck on your life journey. I wish you peace, love, happiness for you and everyone that you love, man. And just keep going, stay strong. You got this, all right? Don't ever give up. You gotta stay strong, all right? So with that being said, man, I'm gonna leave you guys with that. Thank you guys for watching another video. I got more content coming out. So subscribe and stay tuned. And just thank you guys, man. Just peace.